here are a few FAF fit as fuck tips for rowing. Really it's just about timing and position and what I focus on, and certainly what I've learned. So yeah, I mean, something as simple as where the straps go, I like to have the strapping across the very widest part of my foot. I don't like it too low, a little bit too high, and I just don't get the same pull back on the straps. So I lock that in pretty tight. I have it on 3, the setting on 3, and yeah, I've got a size 9 foot, so that works for me. I always have it on the same setting. And in regard to the damper setting, I always have it on 5.5. It doesn't matter whether I'm doing a 2K, a 21K, a 500, whatever, it's always on the same setting. So my body knows what to expect. I like that setting. Some guys like to go harder, but you know, it's just it's a good pace for me. It keeps that same cycle time. So then rowing is about position. Arms are straight. Arms don't bend until that handle comes past the knees. Drive with the knees, so drive with the legs, pull. So I'm not pulling into my chest or neck. I'm not doing a sit-up as well. That's just unnecessary work. So you're pulling into the diaphragm, so the shoulder blades are retracted. I'm not cocking my wrists. Clears the knees, pull in. So I'm slightly back of upright, pulling into my diaphragm. Again, drive out, arms come in. So there's a pause, you know, you actually get that lockout, you get the full drive, arms come in. So you're not timing. Pull to the diaphragm, back over the knees. Pull to the diaphragm, back over the knees, then the legs bend. So you'll see a lot of people like, you know, like everything's out of whack. So if you can focus on getting the timing of the pull and the drive of the legs right, it's a lot like Olympic lifting in that you don't want to be pulling early because then it becomes an arm movement. And what I do with my rowing, which I don't do in any other form of lifting, is I'll inhale on the way out, exhale on the way in, and that's about, there's a lot of compression here. So if I had full lungs and I was closing up on my chest, I'm going to find it extremely uncomfortable. So if I was so focus on what to do. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So I'm always inhaling out, and as I compress this torso, I'm exhaling so I don't get too much pressure. Arms straight, pause. Arms straight, pause. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Other than that, doing 500s, I tend to, especially on any intervals, is I don't count the first 100. I just get through the first 100 as though that's just got my momentum going, so that doesn't even count. So once I get to 400, I've really only got, this is about chunking any kind of task, breaking it down into achievable portions. So the first 100 is done, like that's just warming up and gaining my momentum, getting up the speed that I need. And then from 400 to 250, it's a matter of establishing the pace that I want to hold. Often I hold like a second faster than my goal pace for 500. And then from my 250, and this has only happened after 4 years of rowing very recently, is I find that for every stroke I row 10 meters. So I might come in and it'll be at, so it's 250 meters, I'll be okay in here, I'll pull out 25, 24, 23, and I count myself down to 0 basically to get that last 250 meters. And I mean, that's the hard part, that last 250 metres, and especially the last 100 metres, when all it becomes then is a count from 10 to 0. So 10, 9, 8, and that's all I focus on. I count that, I watch the metres roll down, and I hold pace. Count, watch the metres, hold pace. They're the only things, and it becomes a meditation. It becomes a focus within a focus, and you know, I've found that after 4 years, and I find it incredibly effective. So there's a few tips. Maybe some of them make sense, some of them are new, some of them, yeah, you've been doing all along, but all of that stuff works for me. Good luck with your 500 metre row.